Hello everyone and welcome to my 32-week pregnancy update. Today I'm actually 32 plus 6, so it's my last day of being in the 32nd week of pregnancy, and all being good, this will be uploaded on a Sunday, which is what I call my changeover day. So tomorrow I will be 33 weeks and hopefully this video will be up then. So I will be back on time with my sort of weekly updates again. You know, back up to date and stuff. Oh, I've just been so unmotivated recently. But this past week I am feeling a bit more like, not energetic, but I want to get stuff done. I have to get stuff done. Today I've actually got to shoot off to Taunton to Mothercare because my local Mothercare shut down in March. And the car seat I'd like for my baby and Isofix base is compatible with the travel system I have, but I still need to get the adapters, so I'm going to go to Taunton today and pick up the car seat and the Isofix base. Then somehow I need to track down these adapters because Taunton doesn't have them. The thing is, I have never been to Taunton. I mean, if I have, it's been such a long time that I don't even remember it, but I'm going to drive there today. I'm going to go and pick up my sister when she finishes work, and we're going to go down to the retail park and pick up the car seat and everything, and that'll be that done. The car seat is obviously one of the biggest priorities because I don't think they actually let you leave hospital without a car seat, and they like to see that you can actually install the car seat into your car properly and the baby's safe and everything. So that's something else ticked off my list, and that's the last sort of big thing I need to get for the baby. So in terms of the baby this week, she is as long as a kale leaf, which I don't really eat kale, but I'm guessing it's quite big. It's about 17 to 18 inches long from the apps I use. So she's getting quite tall now and she's starting to get a bit more porky. The average baby at this point is about 4.5 pounds. I had a growth scan at my fetal medicine unit appointment this week, and it didn't give me an estimated weight, but she is in the upper centiles again. Her head circumference is a 97 centile still. I'm really dreading that one coming out my vagina, to be honest. Like, she has the head of a bowling ball. Apart from that, we've got some really nice images. All of her organs look fantastic. Then I have another scan at 36 weeks back at the fetal medicine unit, and hopefully I think that might be my last one before she arrives. I'm hoping she's not going to arrive before then because I've still got stuff to need to do for her. And during the scan we were able to see her practice her breathing, which was really important because that's one of the things the specialist wanted to see. And it was just really interesting to see on the screen actually, like how like the baby's reflexes and stuff is like so fascinating. And it was quite hard to get the correct images for her as well because she's still cephalic. She's very head down at the moment. The obstetrician actually made a comment, she's like, if she actually bent over, I'm surprised her head doesn't pop out because she's so low. So she has been very low this week. She's been having a lot of hiccups, and it's literally the most weirdest sensation, like down there, you know. In terms of me, still very tired and breathless, but I think as my uterus continues to rise, that's something I'm just going to have to deal with. I mean, I don't feel like I've not had any reflux or anything just yet. Although there's been a couple of episodes this week I've been feeling quite sick at night. It's not like, I wouldn't say I feel nauseous as such, but my stomach just feels like, you know when you've eaten too much and it's kind of like sloshing about in your stomach. I tend to not eat for a couple of hours before I go to bed. Still very tired, but my motivation is starting to creep back in. I think it's because now I've only got like 7 weeks until she's here potentially, that I need to get my arse in gear. Like, there's so much stuff I need to do, like wash her clothes and stuff. But my motivation is starting to come back quite a lot. I'm starting to be more proactive, so I've got this to-do list, but instead I'm going to call it a to-do list, because as I mentioned in my last video, if I write to-do stuff then I'm less likely to do it, but if I do a to-do list, like once I've achieved stuff and written them down, it makes me feel like I've actually done something. So today hopefully will be quite good because there is stuff I intend to actually do. So if I do them my to-do list, it's going to look banging today. Also this week I've had quite a lot of teeth trouble. I'm not sure if that's related to my Ehlers-Danlos loss or pregnancy, but my teeth have just been crumbling like mad. I went to my dentist, it was actually last week now, and he said he can't really do my treatment that I need for my teeth until she's here because it is so expensive. And I need a root canal and a few fillings. I've not actually been to a dentist in a while because, like most people, I don't really like going. But the receptionist is quite short with me, like, she was asking where my due date was and I was like, you know, it's in July or whatever. And she booked me in initially for 2 days after my due date, and I'm like, one, the baby might not be here at that point, and two, I'm not dragging a young baby, like days old baby, into the dentist so I can have a bloody filling. And at this point, like most expectant mothers, I have started to experience problems with low body image. I have gained 2 stone this pregnancy, and I don't think I've ever gained that much weight in such a short amount of time. Like, it's usually quite steady. I guess I know it's for the baby's sake. They're expecting me to gain £1 a week, and obviously the baby will take half a pound of that for herself and gain that as fat. But still, for a woman, it's not nice to see her body change so dramatically. I didn't have any stretch marks yet, which I'm extremely blessed about. I do have like a scratchy stomach and stuff, like itchy stomach, but I've had that for a few weeks and it's not been too intense. But I have been sort of moisturising. I do tan a lot and stuff as well, so I use like the tinted lotions. So I think because my skin's constantly hydrated, that might be a factor as to why I don't have stretch marks, but also stretch marks are actually genetic. But I think both my parents have stretch marks, so I'm not sure what's going on there. But I think with my Ehlers-Danlos as well, my skin's just more stretchier anyway, so I'm not sure if I'm less or more prone to stretch marks, you know. But I try not to get too down about my sort of body image at the moment. I have been sort of looking back at fitness accounts I used to follow before I fell pregnant, because initially my pregnancy Instagram was actually a fitness Instagram called Abbie Wants a Booty, and I was on a fitness journey then, and I intend to go back to that. Obviously not straight away, like I want to give my body a chance to recover from childbirth, because obviously it can be quite traumatic on the body, but obviously give myself a rest. But afterwards I would like to sort of reclaim my body. I know most of the weight will fall off because obviously the baby's going to be roughly half a stone if she's 7 pounds, and also the fluid and everything as well, and the extra blood and everything you lose. Your uterus muscles obviously weigh a couple more pounds. So I'm not expecting it to be the most difficult journey. It will be hard, especially looking after a baby as well. But I intend to maybe get a home fitness guide and work out at home, and hopefully that should help me sort of get back on track. Also, like going to mum and baby groups and stuff as well, like we can plan days out, go for walks. My baby is due in the summer, which is absolutely fantastic, so it means we can go for long beach walks and picnics and stuff. And it's just about making the correct food choices. I mean, during pregnancy, like, one of my biggest cravings has been chocolate and like milkshake and stuff, which is like full of sugar. So once the baby's here, and I intend to express and breastfeed if I can as well, I need to make sure my nutrition's on point so the baby's nutrition can be on point, if that makes sense. So I need to start sort of nourishing my body, and rather than just putting shit into it, basically. In terms of my job and my work, I'm kind of unsure when to take maternity. Well, I want to stay as long as possible because obviously I'm entitled to 39 weeks of maternity pay. I intended originally to take maternity from 37 weeks pregnant. That means I'll have longer with the baby, but if I take it too early, it obviously takes time away from me with the baby at the end, if that makes sense. So if I take it at 37 weeks, I can return in March, but those 2 weeks could make all the difference. Like, I don't want to miss a thing. And I have been thinking about looking at other career opportunities once maternity leave is over as well, because my job, I've been there for 3 years and there's just been no progression, and just quite unhappy with it, to be honest. Like, I love the team I work with, but I can't do the same job I've done for 3 years for another 3 years. I just don't have it in me. I want more. I don't want a job, I want a career. So in my car, this is probably the most unflattering angle you've ever seen. Just stopped by at Costa. My favourite drink from Costa of all time is the coconut and watermelon cooler. Watermelon coconut cooler, whatever you like to call it. So I'm sat in my car. I'm trying to contact my sister because I've never been to Taunton before, like I just mentioned, and I need somebody to help me, but I can't get hold of her. She finished work at 3:30, now it's 20 to 4 and I meant to pick her up by now. I think I could give her 5 more minutes and then I'm going to drive down to where I said I'd meet her. So I've just cleaned my car, well, I hoovered it and chucked the old mats and stuff out. Still got cleaning stuff over there. I found a bottle of drink I never knew I had as well. I've organised my boot and stuff as well, because my boot was just a mess before. I actually got this really handy caddy thing from Lidl for like £4. They have a lot of good stuff in there, especially if you have children. Like for the car, like they have seat organisers and stuff, so I really recommend going in there if you have children or are planning to have children. So I cleaned up my car because I'm not sure if they're actually going to fit the Isofix plate for me or I have to do it myself. But the space is there. That's where she's going to be sitting when she done drives with mummy. Probably pop into a Costa drive-through as well on the odd occasion. But hopefully my sister picks up, and if not, I'll have to go to Taunton without her. So we have an update on the car seat front. So we did actually get to Mothercare and Taunton in the end. And the car seat and base I originally ordered, we fitted it in the car with the specialist who works there. And it wasn't a suitable fit for my car. The baby would, the seat fit in there, the base fit in there, no problem at all. But the way the seat was positioned, it can't be adjusted, so the baby would have to be chin to chest, which is really, really bad. So I have bought another base and car seat. It's the Joy iGem, and it's been delivered to my house because I wanted another colour and I didn't have the colour I wanted in stock, and I didn't have the Isofix base in stock either. But I just want to sort of film a separate bit and just to say, if when you're buying a car seat, my advice would be to go somewhere like Halfords or Mothercare, or if you're in America, something similar, and have your car seat fitted to your car just to make sure it's suitable for your car before you spend hundreds of pounds on it. It's just worth it for the safety of your child, and I'm so glad Mothercare offer that service, so thank you for Mothercare, and thank you for Jade and the Mothercare in Taunton, Hankridge Farm Retail Park. Absolute star. I'm going to do a survey about you later and give you a glowing review. So yes, by the end of this week, about 5 working days, I will have a car seat. Then I am baby ready. Scary stuff. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Sorry it's been a bit weird this week. I'm going to try and film some more stuff like that isn't updates and that for you, just so it's a bit different for you. And plus, I don't find updates boring, but I feel like I want to change it up a bit, so keep an eye out. So I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give me a thumbs up and comment down below. I'd love to hear your thoughts on what car seats you've got and the ones you recommend for other people. Follow my Instagram, which is Abbie, which I'll link down below for you. Subscribe to my channel as well, and I'm going to try and interact more on social media and stuff like Instagram, etc. Take care. I shall see you soon. I'll see you on my 33-week update, which will come out next week, hopefully next Sunday.